Hello everyone, welcome to another video for the One Piece trading card game. In this video, we will be starting the reviews for the leaders in the first set Romance Dawn. This video will include the review for the Zoro leader and a deck that I think will be fairly competitive using the Zoro leader. With that said, let's get started. Roronoa Zoro is a slash attribute Supernovas and Straw Hat Crew traits leader. He is a mono red leader, which means he will start the game with 5 life, and he has an ability that says Dawn X1, your turn. All of your characters get plus 1000 power. Even though Zoro's ability is extremely simple, he is one of the strongest monocolor leaders in the game. Zoro's ability to give all of his characters plus 1000 power makes all small characters threats your opponent has to deal with, and makes it a little easier to clear your opponent's board. Zoro can get great board control with some of his characters, while still applying a large amount of pressure to the opponent. Next, let's talk about a deck list that I think will be pretty close to what Zoro's competitive deck list is going to look like. This deck has 4 set Nami, 4 starter deck Nami, 4 Otama, 4 set Luffy, 4 set Sanji, 4 set Usopp, 4 Gordon, 3 set Frankie, 3 set Nico Robin, 3 set Zoro, 3 starter deck Luffy, 2000 Sunny, 4 Radical Beam, and 4 Gum Gum Red Hawk. As you can see from this deck list, we are extremely low to the ground. Our curve pretty much ends at 3, with the one exception being the 5 mana Luffy, who we're using as our finisher. The reason for this is because we want to be putting a Dawn on Zoro every turn to make our board stronger. Zoro's power is beneficial as long as you control at least one character. Because of this, we're playing so many small things that we get so much utility out of our leader. The main things that we want to be looking for is our 2-drops. Even though all of our 2-drops are 2 mana 3Ks, they all have ways to be useful with Zoro's ability. Gordon is the most simple. You put a card from your hand on the bottom to draw a card. This is useful when we find our second copy of Thousand Sunny. We can put that to the bottom to replace it. But other than that, he is a 2K counter that is a 2 mana 3K. Similar to Usopp and Sanji, which are also 2 mana 3Ks, Sanji can give us a bit of our life to our hand if our opponent's playing a slower deck or a critical deck, and Usopp can give us some card advantage back against those slower decks, both of which become 4Ks with Zoro's ability, meaning with just one Dawn, they can swing at your opponent. Luffy, on the other hand, is a 5K, being able to put 2 of your rested Dawn onto him, which means you're pretty much getting 2 free mana, like with the starter deck Nami, being able to put one of your other rested Dawn onto another one of your characters. We have the set Nami for some card advantage. Red doesn't really have much. We're trying to supplement that with the Usopp and the Sanji, but Nami is generally the best version of this card draw. We have a few board control things in this deck. We can't really only play aggro cards, so we have 4 Otama to complement our 3 Nico Robin and 3 Frankie. Frankie and Robin are pretty good. I think the only reason why I am not playing more Frankie than Robin is because Frankie does not have counter. Even though this is an aggressive deck, you generally want to play a little safer because your opponent can easily just kill you if you spend all of your resources. So I think having a 3-3 split is pretty good, especially though when this deck has 4 different 2K counters. So you have a lot of defense in this deck, and it just makes it super duper strong. We have Zoro as a rush threat and Luffy as a rush threat. Luffy can help end games through walls of blockers. Thousand Sunny can be an extra 1K to help our Frankie out or just anything we're aggressively pushing with. And Radical Beam and Gum Gun Red Hawk are just absolutely great counter events, some of the best events in the game. And in general, I think that this deck probably is one of the best decks out of the set. And I am excited to see how Zoro players will play in the future. I said in the last video for Eustace that Eustace was my favorite leader, and he is. However, I think if I didn't play Eustace, Zoro would definitely be the leader I play, because I do enjoy the aggro deck once in a while. So that is the end of the video. I want to thank you all for watching, but I do have something to say. My decks are built for best of 3. In case anyone's confused, I don't think anyone was. If you compared my decks to the deck lists for events that are currently being played, those events are best of 1, so they have cards like Round Table in them that are really just sideboard cards for one matchup. But that's because best of 1 is way different than best of 3. So those are literally just sideboard cards that you need to main board in best of 1. Which is why they're not in these decks, because these decks are built for best of 3. I was thinking about including sideboards when I started this, but I think sideboards are more dependent on the meta, not the actual list. Like, I would assume when we get our next set, Zoro will only end up changing like 2 or 3 cards, not the entire deck, right? But like, when the next set comes out, you might end up changing your entire sideboard. So I can't say, hey, you should play, 3 Round Table, 2 Shanks, 2 Daibel Jinbei. I can't say play those in your sideboard when I don't know later down the line if your sideboard is going to be similar at all, where I do think that the general gist of the deck lists will be the same. But, I mean, that's about it. Just that quick thing. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a good day, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.